Hello, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can hear me now.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir.
How about you, Daniel? Can you hear me? Please indicate so that we proceed. The network is already taking most of our time.
Daniel, reply.
So now, let's proceed.
Yes, sir.
Now, tonight, we are going to talk about data cleaning.
Yes, sir.
If you are not hearing me, please indicate. I want us to be flowing together.
Sir, we can hear you.
As for me, I am not hearing you because it seems you don't on your mic.
Sir, can you hear me?
Hello, Michael.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Sir, can you hear me?
So last time I asked you people to check to download the file. Did you download it? As you can see my screen, the same file you downloaded last time is what I have on my screen right now. Do you still remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the
Yes,
file.
sir.
Now, what is actually wrong with this file? I wanted to ask you people if you can actually point out some certain things that is actually wrong with this file after studying it on your end from your own end.
Sir,
Michael and Daniel, please, can you put on your mic?
Sir, my mic is on.
Sir, my mic is on.
So now, what actually wrong with this particular file is the data placement and the way it is being organized. This data has been taken from various places, from various systems, from various locations, and then we have it here on the system. And having this kind of data here on the system, the data actually is not accurate because it has not been worked on by the data analyst. And tonight, I want to teach you people how to work on this particular data. If you look at this data properly, you will find out that there are so many things wrong with it. One, it has a lot of spaces. Two, some of the data on the row or columns are not well organized. They're scattered. So based on this fact, there is a need for us to put those data in place. So putting this data in place, there is a process we need to undergo, which is known as cleaning. That is the reason why our tonight topic is called data cleaning. If you, as a data analyst, have not made a cleanup of your data before you started analyzing it, you won't have a correct data or accurate data. So, and if you don't have accurate data, there is no how you are going to analyze data to have a good result. And if you don't have a result from your data analysis, that means you are not a good data analysis. So, if you are not a good data analyst, nobody is going to employ you. And even if they employ you, definitely there will be issue coming up. Maybe having something not done properly the way it's supposed to have been done. So based on this fact, we need to understand what this cleaning is all about. It is the first thing a data analyst needs to learn, and they need to understand also. Because if you don't understand data cleaning, it looks as if you have not started at all. This is the elementary level of data analysis. So at this particular moment right now, I want to introduce us to Microsoft Excel. Using Microsoft Excel to do data cleaning is very, very wonderful, because the program is actually used for normal mathematical work, but we are going to use it to data and then to make our data look accurate. And once you make that possible, your data cannot be analyzed for you to have a proper or accurate result.
Sir, I understand you. Sir, can you hear me?
They are here.
Sir. Sir.
So, what we are doing right now is data cleaning. So, according to what we have on our screen right now, we have a file that is not properly clean, that is not well organized, that is not well placed, that is not as good as it's supposed to be for us to carry out our data analysis process. So if this kind of data is not good for us, we need to make it good for us. So how do we make it good for us? If you look at this data right now, you see that there are a lot of spaces. You see that there are some texts that are scattered, that are not in a good order, in a good positions. So by seeing this, we need to put everything in a good order, so that at the end of the day, what we will be doing will be something very accurate. First of all, I want us to indicate where we have some spaces in this particular data. Look at spaces. Here are spaces. And if you have these particular spaces here, and you want to analyze this data, the information we have on this NIC UK will not come to this new balance. And information we have under this Puma will not be joined to the Puma down here. So there is a need for us to clean all these spaces that are on this data. So what do we do to make this possible? First of all, we want to alight our table, our data. Like as you see in Microsoft Excel, all these data column or rows you see here are not real. They are just visual. So whenever you want to, whatever you want to do is either you convert this particular data to a table, or you work with it just as it is, so that at the end of the day, you can make the conversion or have it well placed before you make a kind of output of it. So now, what do I mean by alighting? Alighting is about selecting a particular area of our working environment, which is the cell. So now, under this particular cell, we have column, and then we have rows. Are you getting me? We have column. Here is a column, and then we have here a row.
Yes,
so if you look at this from here, we have some information here where we have a customer ID. Under column B. And then we have a contact under column C. We have brand under column D. We have a product under column E. We have location under column, so and so forth. And under our rows here, we have row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just the way it is. But now, what we want to do, we want to create a space, an extra space on our table. So what do we do? Whatever thing you want to do in Microsoft Excel, there is a need for you to alight. Alight means select. Some English, some people call it block. So whatever you call it, it is still the same meaning. You can call it alight. You can call it select. You can call it block. So if you are selecting, what do? You place your mouse cursor at a location where you want the selection to start from. So now, when you place your mouse this way, then you drag over here to move to these other places. Or you press or you press Control A to select all. This is the same command as it is in Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access. So if you want to select that way, you can select. If you still want to select with your shift and keyboard, you can press the shift key down and then use your keyboard, the left arrow key or right arrow key, to move around the data or information you are working on. Then you move towards the down if you are selecting downward. You move towards up if you are selecting towards up. So now I have selected this. After selections, I want to actually make some expansions of some area that are not well expanded. So under this particular circumstance, all you need to do, you need to place your mouse cursor on one of the column here. So between column B and column C, I'm going to place my mouse cursor here. Then what do I do next? I double click. So by so doing, you are giving a space to your information. Like if you look at it, there's a little space between here and here. So the same thing is applicable to here. So now that is for that. That is for the adjustment of the space. Apart from that, I was talking about having a kind of removing space from the data we are working on. So removing space from the data we are working with is all about Michael, the way you people don't put on your mic, I don't know what is wrong. Maybe
sir, my mic is on. Oh, can you hear me?
From the live streaming studio, your mouse, sorry, your mic is not on. It's off.
Sir, it's on. Oh.
Can you hear me, Mike?
Yes, sir.
So your mic is not on. It's off. I can't hear you. So now, if you can hear me, we are proceeding. So here it is. Now, if you want to remove spaces like what we have here on this area, we need to do some necessary, we need to apply some necessary command. So how do we apply this necessary command? First of all, we make sure we are in our working environment, that is Microsoft Excel or workspace. Are you getting me? Worksheet. So when you are in Microsoft Excel worksheet, then you need to navigate to find and select. Now, after navigating to find and select from the standard toolbar, then you navigate to go to special. So navigating to go to special, you click on the same go to special. This will bring a go to special dialog box whereby you can actually select what you are looking for. And under this go to special dialog box, what we are looking at is a blank space. So under go to special dialog box, you select blanks. So when you select blanks, you click OK to proceed. So if you look at my screen, I have undergo the process of navigating to the standard toolbar, that is clicking on home menu from the Microsoft Excel menu bar. Then from the home menu, you navigate to find and select. Under find and select, you click on go to special. From the go to special dialog box, you click on or you select on blanks. So by the time you click on or select on blanks, what you need to do next is to press delete from your keyboard, or you come to the standard toolbar and then click on delete. That is after you have seen all the spaces highlighted. All the spaces has been highlighted. So under this particular circumstance, what we need to do is for us to remove the space by clicking on delete from our standard toolbar, or we click on delete from our keyboard. So I have clicked on delete. So let's see what happened to the spaces that is selected or highlighted. So space has been removed. If you look at this highlighted box right now, you will find out that what we are seeing on the box that are highlighted are informations, that is names or number or alphabet. Like if you look at here, formerly we were having just ordinary space, but the space has been removed and the name under the space has jumped onto where the space was before. The same thing is applicable to every other information here. So are we flowing? Do we understand how to remove spacing from our data so that we can have accurate data? If
Yes,
you
sir.
are flowing with me, please, I want us to return back to WhatsApp. Let us talk.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. We are flowing. Sir, can you
I
hear me?
am back on WhatsApp. Please, I want to know if you are flowing, and not just only flowing. I want to see you do the same thing I do, and I
Yes,
want to
sir.
see a result. If you don't get it, we are here to learn. I will always go on and on to make sure I do it again and again until you get it. So
Sir.
if you are with me on this simple procedure, please indicate on the WhatsApp group or chat with me on the live chat.
Sir. Sir.
So I can see you clearly. That is great.
Yes, sir.
Michael, I am
Yes, sir.
saying that if you understand what I just did, go to WhatsApp group. Let us talk about it. I just want to be very sure that you understand what we are doing. The same thing is applicable to Daniel. Daniel, if you can hear me, I am not hearing you. On your mic.
Sir, my mic is on.
Sir, can you hear me?
Michael, I can hear you saying something, but I am not hearing. I can see you saying something, but I'm not hearing you. I
My
think
mic
there
is
must be
on.
issue with your mic.
No, it's on. It is on.
I can't hear you, Michael. I can't hear you. Your mic is not on. Have you put on your mic?
Yes, it's on. It's on. Yes. Sir, can you hear me now?
Michael,
Yes,
I
sir.
want you to say what you want to say here on WhatsApp for me. I can hear you normally on your,
South of me.
which means that your mic is not on. If your microphone is on just the way mine is on, then I should be hearing what you're saying. I can hear you clearly, please. Oh, that is great. Lovely, 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 lovely. So, I love that. I love that. That is just removing of space. Okay, now,
Sir,
if
can
you
you hear me?
understand that, how about your second, Michael or Daniel? Daniel, I want to hear from you. Do you understand the data cleaning?
Daniel, do you understand?
Michael,
Yes, sir.
do
Yes,
you
sir.
understand what I just did on that
Yes.
data cleaning?
Yes, sir.
I am not hearing you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good, 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 good. Very, very intelligent. I like that. What about Michael? What about Daniel, please?
Daniel.
Daniel, let me see your face. I want to know if you understand what Michael also understand.
Daniel.
That Michael, tell
Just hear
Daniel
my
to
mic.
on his mic and then his video. I want to see if he's understanding what I'm saying.
Daniel, on
Daniel,
your
on
mic,
your video. On your
on
video.
your video, Daniel.
So if you understand that, there is another error on the in this particular data.
I
Okay, what error do we indicate? Are we suspecting on this particular data again? There is another error. The write-ups
yes,
under our data, some of the write-ups are not clear. Like if you look
yes,
at under
They are not
location,
spaced up.
here, which is
yes.
under column F, those information, London, UK, Madrid, Spain, Tampa, USA, Tokyo, Japan, and all that are not in accurate format. So if this happened, we might not be able to get a clean data. So if we can get this done, definitely we will not get a good result or accurate result of our data. So based on this fact, this information you see here, we want to use a command to make this information useful. We want to align them, but we cannot just align them one by one. You can't use hand to align those data because why? If we should use hand to align them one by one, what about if our data is up to 1 million data, 1 million informations, 1 million column, 1 million rows. So how are we going to do it? That is the reason why we need to adapt a system to
That's it.
make the cleaning
Can't hear us,
possible,
but you
as
can
in
hear him.
making a trimming of
Man can't
removing
hear us, but you can hear
excess
him.
space from a text,
Hey,
so
like,
that we
let me
can
try to
have
check
it
in.
just as accurate as it is under our product that is under column E. Are you getting me? So
Yes,
based on
sir.
this fact, what do we do to clean this and make it look accurate, as good as this and as good as this? So what we need to do is, first of all, we need to insert a column into this particular table. So how do we insert column? You right click, first of all, you place your mouse on the column label of the information or field you want to work on. So after placing your mouse on it, then what you do, you right click on that same column F, because column F is what we are working on. Column F is what is having this error of untidying data. So if column F is what is having this error, we need to right click on column F, and then from the right click pull down menu, we need to click on insert. For instance, this is column F, and we want to create or make this data accurate. What do? We right click on column F, and then from the pull down menu, we navigate to insert, and we click on insert. What are we going to do if we apply this command? If we apply this command, this is going to give us another column, empty column that has no data. Are you getting me? So this empty column is what we are going to use to purify our data under column F. So if we should use this empty column to purify our data here, after making that possible, we can delete the empty column so that we can have the normal column we have here on the table. So let me practicalize this after the explanation. Now, this is where I'm working. I'm working on column F. Now I right click on column F, then I navigate to insert, then I click on insert. So this has insert a new column called column F with empty information. There is no information there. It is empty column. So after having this, this is the product heading, which means that we are going to type the heading of this product, the heading of the column we are working on, which is location. So now I'm going to type location here. Yes. Now I have typed location. We have location here. We might work with these two columns, but after we are done with this particular column, we are going to have just only one left. And that one left will be the purify and then clean column. So now let's navigate to this down here and then use a command to give a result of what we want. So what command are we using? To make this possible, we are going to use the trim command. Trim command in Microsoft Excel is actually used to trim a text and with excess space and put it in a parallel or standard or accurate line so that the data can look more good in the eyes of the analysts and the company or the data owners. So now, based on this fact, what do? We navigate to the column F, which is what we are working on. Then under column F, what do? We type in the equal to sign. In every function or in every command you apply in Microsoft Excel, during data cleaning, you must enter the equal to sign. The equal to sign is the activator of the command or the operations or operator we are making use of. So now, the trim function we are making use of is what actually we are going to invoke to do the normal or accurate work we are going to do so that at the end of the day, we can get accurate data. So I have typed equal to sign, then I'm going to type from the keyboard trim, Trin. Then if you look at it here, we have TROIM here. So that you press enter or you double click on this. So once you double click on this, we want to tell Microsoft Excel the particular column we are working on. And the column we are working on is actually column F. But since we have inserted a new empty column, we are going to be looking into column G. Because after inserting new column, it has created another column called column G to input the old data that are not accurate. Why we are going to work to input the correct data into our normal column F. So now, based on this fact, what we do, we are going to give a command to fetch information from column G, which is hiding the name of the column, which is column G, to the name or the number of the row, which is row 2. So based on this fact, we are going to enter a simple command called G2. G2. Why are we entering G2? Because where we are starting this data trimming from is column G. And then the row where we are starting it from is row 2, which is this. This is row 2. And based on this particular discovery, we need to enter G here in addition, in combination with 2 here, then that will give us a result of the data we have here. Now, let me press enter to see if it works or not. So you can see now, when entering that command, and then I press enter, what we have London, UK here under location column F. Why? The one we have here is accurate. The one we have here is accurate, is in a standard form. The one we have here is not in a standard form because it has spaces between the line here and then between the beginning of London, which is L. Are you getting me? So
Yes,
based
sir.
on this fact, we have made a decision to make the clean data the real data we are going to make use of. So we are going to distribute or populate this data we have here with command downward, because we have a lot of data here from column G. We have other data that are under here. Those data are up to millions of data. So based on the fact that there are many, we can't be typing them one by one. What do? We place our mouse cursor on London, that is the first data on our row 2. Then what do? We bring the mouse cursor to this edge here on this particular edge. Then after changing to the plus sign, we double click. So when we double click, automatically it populates the data we have under G here into our F. And then after doing that, even if this data should be millions of data, everything will be populated downward. So this is great. I still want to know if you are flowing, if you understand what we just did.
Sir. I
understand.
If you don't understand, we are all here together to learn. And I am going to teach you to make sure you understand it before we proceed to the next step. So now, under this particular sequence, let us return back to our WhatsApp group. I want to know if you are flowing with me on what I just did. And I also want you to know that if you look at this data, this one has spaces. Why this one doesn't have spaces? This one look accurate, this one look inaccurate. So this is what we use the trimming command to achieve.
Sir.
So now let's go back to our WhatsApp group. I want to know if you actually get it or not. So do we get it?
Yes, sir.
Are we okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Let us talk on WhatsApp group. I know this one look complicating. Okay, you get it. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Those children are really here. So, but one thing I want to know, Have you people been doing data analysis before? Okay, you have not been doing data analysis, but you are this brilliant to get and understand what we are doing. Have you been doing data analysis before? I want to know if you have been doing data analysis, because the way you are getting it, some people, some of my students that are okay, the sum, okay, I get it now. I got it. You people are very, very intelligent. Now that is great. Now there is something also remaining that I think you might not be able to actually get clearly. But one thing I want us to do right now, I want us to look into some few things. Now, you people, so that is great. I'm really, really happy to have you people working like this. It is very, very great. I'm even impressed. I am there understanding. So thank you very much. So that is for that. I don't want to take most of your time. There is something we are going to do. There is something we are going to do on this particular topic, and it is very, very necessary. This information you see here, they are not real. This information we see here, they are not what? They are not real, because they are just visual data. We generated them. We have not made them real. For us to make this data, this information real, we need to copy and then do what? Paste. We need to copy and then do what? Paste.
Paste
So
them.
if we copy and then we paste them, that will give us a data that will remain as it's supposed to be. If not, those data will not be useful, and they won't be remaining on this plot where they are right now. Instead, once we delete this, they also will disappear. So before you delete the original data, make sure that you have every other information well placed. Now I have deleted column G, which was on our irrelevant data, that is inaccurate data. And why we have this one that is accurate here now on column F, which was the former column of the inaccurate data that we have. So I want you people to take note. What if we delete this without copying and paste? What happened? Let's find out. Now, let's say we have distributed the data downward, and then we want to delete this because it is no more useful. It is not okay. Now, if we decide to delete this right now, what will happen? You see what happened to this? You see what happened to this? Because we delete the original without permanenting the data that we generated from the inaccurate one to the accurate one. So based on that fact, I'm going to press Ctrl Z to bring this data back so that we can actually have it the way we're supposed to have it. So now, I am proceeding to bring it back to normal. So here is the original data that we had, and then here is the one that we generated. Are you getting me? So based on this fact,
Yes,
we
sir.
need to make sure we copy and paste this. After copying and then we paste it, then we now delete the original data. If we delete the original data, we still have our correct data here working perfectly. You see how it is? This is all about cleaning of data. This is not all. We still have more to do. But I just want to give you an assignment. What I just did now, it made the data, our information or data look very, very accurate. So if we should analyze this now, definitely we have something great. And then there's one more thing we'll be working on after this. Under this particular area, we supposed to have a kind of currency sign. Even if it is pounds or euro or dollar sign, they're supposed, because anything we call price, there's supposed to be a dollar, naira, or euro sign or whatever. So we are going to work on that later. But first of all, I want to give you an assignment. This cleaning we just did now, I want you to do that on your own system. I'll give you that as an assignment, and I want you to do it and then submit it here on the page.
Daddy. Eh? You're there, you're there.
So thank you very much for working with me tonight, and I'm very, very impressed of your creativities and what you have just done. So right now, I'm going to end these live sections. We are going to take the um, next class tomorrow if you are available. If you are not available, then it will be next week Saturday. But what we have next to do on this data cleaning is actually they are not much. We just have some few things to do more. After that, we are going to analyze this particular data to give accurate results. That is our aim, and that is our mission as a good data analyst. Thank you for watching. God bless you. And once again, I am your brother, your friend, Engineer Sonny.